So let's go ahead and approach this, obviously, first and foremost, with my recommended approach, what I think is going to be the fastest, most effective way, which is going to be using Desmos here. And then I'm going to show you how to do it by hand, because I just think that it's really important that I convey how to do some of these things algebraically, just for your own confidence in your math abilities and for when you see this in your actual math class. So let's go ahead to Desmos in the upper right corner here, and then we will type everything in actually exactly that we see it. So if you need to zoom in, depending if you have a touchscreen or if you want to press Control plus to zoom in, Control minus to zoom out, those are some good features that you want to be keeping in mind. Let's go ahead and type this in that we have f of x equal to, and I'm just going to use my keyboard and type 3, and then the / button, which fortunately makes a fraction bar. I'll press 4, I'll go to the right and press x plus 10. Now, you probably know that you have the option of using the keyboard that's in the lower left corner here, and you are free to do so. I just feel a little bit more confident and comfortable and quick using my keyboard. So I'll type in g of x equals x. I'm going to press Shift 6 to activate the caret, which is the exponent. I'll type 2. I'll go to the right to get out of the exponent, minus 3. Now we have these two functions, and they're simply asking for f of -2 minus g of 3. And notice it gives me the answer without me having to even close these final parentheses. So we get the answer is 4, and at this point we would totally just move on. So keep that in mind, we would be done. However, because I want you to feel comfortable with the algebra, let's take a look at what this actually means. So something to note with function notation is you always want to start on the very inside. So if I could combine these like terms, I would do so. However, they're not like terms because you just have a constant of -2, and then you have this g of 3 going on here. So let's start with the g of 3. So what that means is in function g, wherever there's an x, I'm going to go ahead and input a 3. So I'm going to go ahead and plug in the 3 everywhere I see that x, which means I have 3 squared, or 9, minus 3, which gives me 6. So keep in mind, this really represents an ordered pair. That means in function g, when x is 3, y is 6. And to show you that, I could obviously type g of 3, and you'll see you get 6. Better yet, let me show you the ordered pair of 3, 6. I'm going to click Label, and notice that on function g, this blue graph here, you have that ordered pair. And so now that we found out that g of 3 is 6, we can replace this g of 3 with a 6. And so we have f of -2 minus that 6. Well, -2 minus 6 is -8, and now we're doing f of -8. So in function f, wherever there's an x, I'm going to go ahead and replace it with -8. And personally, I like to just put this over 1, so that way I can see, oh, I can cross cancel, and then I can multiply directly across and get -6 plus 10 equals 4, which is what we already saw was going to be the final answer, meaning that -8 comma 4 is a point on function f. And we could have typed this in our calculator, that would have been fine, but let me show you on the graph that when you plug in -8, you get 4 in function f, and we can see that as an ordered pair, this point, -8, 4, is on function f. All that to say, the final answer was 4.